What if you could predict every move of a narcissistic manipulator? In the next few minutes, you will learn 8 secret tricks to outsmart any manipulator. After this video, you'll be on a completely different level. You have felt it before. That moment when someone makes you doubt your own memory, when your words get twisted into weapons against you, when you walk away from a conversation feeling smaller than when you entered. They call it charm. They call it confidence. But you know the truth now. You are facing a narcissistic manipulator, and they have been playing a game you did not know existed. Machiavelli understood power 5 centuries ago. He wrote the rules they still follow today, but he also left clues. 8 precise tactics to reverse their control. Not to become them, to free yourself. By the end of this video, you will see their patterns before they complete them. You will respond with silence that destroys their strategies. You will walk away with your mind intact. The first trick Machiavelli would recognize immediately: mirror their emptiness back to them. Narcissistic manipulators feed on your emotional reactions. Your anger fuels them. Your tears validate them. Your confusion confirms their power. So you give them nothing, not coldness, not hostility, just a calm reflection of their own void. When they rage, you remain still. When they accuse, you acknowledge without defending. When they demand emotional labor, you offer only facts. This creates a psychological mirror they cannot escape. They see themselves clearly for the first time, and they hate what they see. Most will retreat. Some will escalate briefly. But all will learn you are no longer their stage. The second trick requires patience. Control the information flow. Manipulators weaponize everything you share. Your dreams become their mockery. Your fears become their leverage. Your vulnerabilities become their ammunition. Machiavelli knew that information is the currency of power, so you become selective. You share surface truths that reveal nothing deep. You answer questions without opening doors. You participate in conversations without exposing your center. This is not lying. This is strategic truth. You give them enough to satisfy their curiosity. Never enough to hurt you later. They will probe for more. They will call you cold or distant. Let them. Your inner world is not their playground. The third trick disrupts their entire system. Become unpredictable. Manipulators study patterns. They learn when you are vulnerable. They know which buttons trigger which responses. They map your emotional territory like generals planning invasion. Your predictability is their weapon. So you change the map. You respond with silence where you once argued. You laugh where you once cried. You leave where you once stayed. Not randomly, strategically. You train them to expect nothing consistent from you. This creates anxiety in their control system. They cannot manipulate what they cannot predict. They cannot exploit what they cannot understand. Watch them scramble to regain the upper hand, and do not give it back. The fourth trick holds the most power. Master strategic silence. Manipulators fill silence with their own projections. They confess while accusing. They reveal while attacking. They expose their fears through their tactics. When they rage, your silence becomes a canvas. They paint their insecurities across it. When they demand answers, your pause creates pressure. They rush to fill the void with truth. When they gaslight, your quiet presence holds reality steady. Their lies collapse against your stillness. Silence is not weakness here. It is precision. Each second you do not speak is a second they speak for you. And they always reveal more than they intended. Learn to love the pause between their words. That is where their mask slips. The fifth trick protects your sanity. Document everything. Write down their exact words. Save their messages. Record dates and times. Not for revenge, for reality. Gaslighting works by distorting memory. They tell you things never happened. They swear they never said those words. They rewrite history until you question your own mind. Documentation is your anchor. When they say you are remembering wrong, you have proof. When they claim you are crazy, you have evidence. When they try to rewrite the past, you have the original script. This is not about winning arguments. This is about maintaining your grip on truth. Do it quietly. Do it consistently. Do it without telling them. The sixth trick requires courage. Create false vulnerabilities. Show them fake pressure points. Pretend to care about things that mean nothing to you. Act concerned about outcomes you have already accepted. Give them targets that lead nowhere important. Why does this work? Because manipulators need to feel they have leverage. If they cannot find your real weaknesses, they will create imaginary ones. Better to give them false ones first. Let them think your job matters more than it does. Let them believe you fear their opinion. Let them assume you need their approval. While they attack these decoy positions, your real vulnerabilities stay hidden. Your true self remains protected. They exhaust themselves fighting shadows. You preserve energy for what actually matters. The seventh trick demands discipline. Never react in the moment. Manipulators engineer situations for immediate response. They provoke you in public. They ambush you when you are tired. They strike when you are emotionally raw. Why? Because immediate reactions bypass your rational mind. You say things you cannot take back. You make decisions you later regret. You give them ammunition that lasts years. So you pause, always. When they attack, you acknowledge and defer. I need to think about this. Let me get back to you tomorrow. I want to consider this carefully. This infuriates them. They need your raw reaction to feed on. Your delay starves their supply. It also gives you time to think clearly, to see their trap before stepping in it, to craft a response instead of bleeding an instinct. 24 hours changes everything. The eighth trick is the most important. Plan your exit in advance. Not if you will leave, when and how. Manipulators make leaving feel impossible. They isolate you financially. They tangle you socially. They make you dependent emotionally. By the time you want to leave, the walls feel too high. So you plan while you still have clarity. You save money they do not know about. You maintain friendships they cannot monitor. You document their behavior for potential legal needs. You research your options before desperation forces bad choices. This is not pessimism. This is self-respect. You are not planning to leave. You are ensuring you can leave. That knowledge alone changes your posture. You stop negotiating from fear. You start setting boundaries from strength. They sense this shift. Many manipulators back down when they feel you slipping away. Not because they love you, because they are losing control. These 8 tricks work because they reverse the power dynamic. Narcissistic manipulators expect certain responses: emotion, defense, engagement, dependency. When you remove these, their entire system collapses. They are magicians whose tricks only work on willing participants. You are no longer willing. This does not make you like them. They manipulate to destroy. You protect to preserve. They take power through deception. You reclaim power through awareness. The difference matters. Machiavelli understood that power is not good or evil. It simply is a tool. The question is always who wields it and why. You are not wielding it to control others. You are wielding it to free yourself from their games, from their distortions, from their endless need to make you small. You cannot unsee what you now understand. Every conversation will reveal patterns you once missed. Every interaction will show you who is playing and who is being played. This knowledge is permanent. Some people will resent you for seeing clearly. They preferred you blind. Let them. Your clarity is not negotiable anymore. Remember this. The manipulator's greatest fear is not your anger. It is your indifference, your ability to walk away without looking back. That is when you have truly won. Subscribe to the channel and do not stop at this video. They are still using tricks you have not noticed. The next video will show you how they do it. And once you see it, you will never see people the same way again.